monitoring the protest across different states. Let's begin in Akure, where Ayodeji Moradio is standing by. What's the situation there today, Moradio?
Nifemi, there was a peaceful protest in Akure, the Ondo State capital today, and labor leaders converged on the Labour House at Alagbaka, and they moved straight to the governor's office, where they were addressed by the state head of service. They said that the government needs to ensure that our refineries are working, to ensure that the refineries are in good shape so that they can produce fuel locally, and also to address the issue of subsidy. So the protest was peaceful. They were led by security agencies who came to give them security. So it has been a peaceful one. But for now, the protest is over. They moved to their office at Alagbaka, and the situation is calm. The offices were open. I can also tell you business activities are going on at different locations in Akure, the state capital.
Interesting development. So what's the plan with the workers? After the protest, do they return to work or they go home?
Okay, not all the workers participated in the protest. It was the leaders of all different unions who came together and moved through the streets of Akure to the governor's office. So they are working. Everything is going on smoothly. And at the governor's office, we have workers in their various offices doing their job. So it's a peaceful area in Akure.
Ayodeji Moradio, live for us in Akure. Thank you for the updates there. Let's turn to Minna in Niger State, where Tiname Bamaye is standing by. Tiname, what happened today? Tiname, how did the protest go today in Minna? You might have to mute yourself. We'll probably get back to Chineme in the course of this bulletin, but we're also tracking the chairman of the Nigeria Labour Congress in Abia State, Okoko Ogbonaya. Mr. Ogbonaya, if you can hear me, talk to us about the kind of response you got from the state government after today's protest.
I'm back, I can hear.
Let's take a short break, and then when we return, we'll continue with conversations with our correspondents outside Lagos as we keep track on developments in these states. Chineme Bamaye, I understand, is back. Chineme, talk to us about the protest in Minna today.
Can you hear me now, Nifemi?
Very clearly. Please go ahead.
Hello. Okay, so
can you hear me, please? I'm connected.
Quite early, like last week, there was a strike action by the NLC over certain appointments made by the governor, and then coming over to today, the protest began in quite a peaceful environment. The security was tight, and the protesters began from the Nigeria Labour House and then marched straight to the House of Assembly, which seemed to be their converging points every time they're protesting in this state. And where they met with the Speaker of the House as well, their demands were simple, that the price of food is on the increase, and it's not appreciable for a place like Niger State where we have vast arable land for agriculture. So their plea was simple, that the government should look into the measures and policies that they've put in place, especially regarding the removal of fuel subsidy. They believe that this can be done better so that at least the price of food can come down.
How orderly was this protest conducted, and what role did the police personnel play?
To be honest, it was quite orderly, and it was a beautiful, peaceful march from the Labour House down to the House of Assembly. Just yesterday, the Commissioner of Police, Ebenezer Damaman, had promised that security operatives would be deployed all around the state and the areas where they were going to march through to avoid the protest being hijacked by miscreants and hoodlums. And that was exactly what happened today. Security operatives were fully on ground to ensure that the protesters had a peaceful march, and everything turned out well. This is day one. For now, I don't know if the protest will continue tomorrow, but as far as today is concerned, it went orderly and peaceful.
Tiname Bamaye live for us in Minna. Uche Okoro is also standing by in Port Harcourt. Uche, what was the protest like where you are?
Of Port Harcourt, and the protesters are gradually making their way back to the NLC Secretariat for those who are returning to that location. Others are heading back to I guess, their places of work. But earlier in the day, right now, I am at the State Secretariat of the Nigerian Labour Congress in Port Harcourt, where it was from this particular location that the march began to the River State Government House. Earlier in the day, there was a large crowd that converged here. I am back here. A number of members of Nigerian Labour Congress and other labor leaders are gradually making their way back to this location. So it was a peaceful exercise. Security agencies were well on ground to ensure that there is no breakdown of law and order. It was a peaceful exercise in Port Harcourt, which has come to an end. The protesters marched from here to the government house, where they were received by the head of service, Dr. George Weke, who was assured that all their demands, working with the state government, would be transmitted to the federal government to ensure that the plight of workers and the welfare of workers, as well as living condition of Nigerians in general, is improved upon.
Uche Okoro with updates there in Port Harcourt. Thank you.